So what are the best course creation and launching tools that you can use to get your course launched quickly? We're going to walk through my favorite tools and what to think about when you're deciding on what tech tools are going to be right for you. So I get to watch a lot of people creating their course and launching their course, and I can tell you this, it is so easy to fall into the rabbit trail of trying to figure out which tech tools to use. And so I'm going to tell you this, if you can save a file on your computer, you can get your course up, running, and launched. And there are tools that make this really easy for you to do that. And it's really tempting to make figuring out the tech part a full-time job, because you're looking at all kinds of different vendors and you're trying to figure out what's the right one. So I want to do two things today. I want to talk to you about the tools you need and what the differences are in them. And I want to talk to you about how to choose the right one for you. And to make this easy, we put together an ultimate guide to tech tools that you can download. So it has all the things in it to help you really figure this out. But the things that you need to understand, which I think are so confusing if you've never created or launched before, is this, like, what are these tools and what do they do? So let's look at this together. So the first thing is that you're going to create your course. Like, you might have a video that you shoot on your phone, or you might have a checklist that you create, and you need to house it somewhere. It has to live somewhere for your people to go and experience it and dive into the content. That is called a course hosting platform. So right here you see my beautiful visual of a computer, right? The hosting platform is the service that allows you to store all of your information, and it allows your students to go into that platform and actually access your content. So you need a course hosting platform or way to get that content out to your students. The second thing that you're going to need, because you're launching your program, is you're going to have to describe it so that you can sell it, right? And we typically call that a sales page. You need a way to create an information page that people can go to, find out all about the program so that they can say yes and sign up. So what you would use for that is called a landing page creation tool. So a landing page creation tool is a tool that allows you to just type in your content. Like, you can write your text or you can upload an image and it creates the page for you. Now, when I'm on that page, I'm going to want to sign up, right? And when I sign up, you have to have a way to get funds. You have to get paid, right? So the third thing you're going to need is a way to take payments. And there's two ways that we really recommend doing that I find work well. Really, they're simple for your student or your client to use and swipe their credit card. And the credit card processing fees are really, really where you want them to be. So you'll find that in the guide as well. So but think about your credit card processing and a way to take payments. That's the third thing. And the final thing that you need is you need a way to communicate with your people as they move through this experience with you. So you need an email system that allows you to send emails to people that are following your launch and to be able to communicate with them so that you can move them through this experience. So there's really like four things, right? There's a course hosting platform, there's a way to create landing pages, like a landing page creation tool, a way to take payments, and a way to send emails. So in the tech guide, you're going to see my recommendations for all of these things. So it'll help you figure out, okay, which one should I use, right? Now, when you look at my recommendations, there's more than one in there. And you might say, which one of these is better for me if I have a couple of recommendations, for example, on creating a landing page creation tool or an email marketing system? Well, let's go back to what we've talked about before in previous episodes. There are really three things to think about when figuring out what tech is right for you. Number one, we've talked about budget, right? There's free options for pretty much everything. And there's also more premium options. And obviously with free, you get less features, but with premium, you get more, right? So you might have to start with free and then later upgrade if budget is a concern. The second thing, which is really important, and we all know where we are on the spectrum, but it's like, how techie are you, right? If you are not techie, and you say, that's not my thing, nor do I even want to figure out how to make that my thing, then you're gonna pick tools that I recommend that are really simple in the guide. And if you're more techie and you can code and all that, well, then there's other tools that work better for you. The third thing to consider is if you already have some tools, like you already have an email marketing system, for example, you're going to want to pick other tools that play well with what you already have. You want everything to work well together. So you'll also see that we made some recommendations around that as well, like what works with what. So 3 things to think about. And I hope this helps you see what the 4 things are and how they're different. When I first launched, I kept hearing all of this and I had no idea what all of it meant. And I think once you see this, it makes it easier to figure out the tech. So your next step, download the guide, take a look at this. And if you have any questions, reach out. We do go in depth into how to do this, like what you have to think about on your sales page, what you need to think about in creating your webinar and in your emails. We do that in our Create Six-Figure Courses program. So if you want more help in how to do that, you can certainly reach out to us. We're happy to talk to you about that. And you can attend our free webinar that walks through what that whole experience is. So I'm going to be excited to hear what you think about this. Let me know after you download the guide.